definitely appreciate everybody listening. I want to talk about, Mysonne, the general, shout out to him. And then we know about Tekashi 6ix9ine, and we know about DJ Akademiks and Tekashi's 6ix9ine's relationship that they have, buddied up and all that. Right. But what caught my attention this morning, first and foremost, my son, he posted a picture of 6ix9ine, the infamous picture of him. Y'all can see on the screen in the hospital, lumped up. He said, I guess these blogs ain't going to be satisfied until they get this boy killed. I don't know if this is a troll move or not, but shaking my head. Told y'all months ago, when you make yourself a target, it's only a matter of time before somebody hits a bullseye. Shaking my head. I don't know what y'all thought was going to happen here. You got sucker ass academics daring killers and robbers to do something to him. People who have nothing, who can see him as a come up in this era of clout chasing. Thank God they didn't take his life. With the prayer emojis there. We got to do better as a culture. Stop promoting, celebrating, and elevating stupidity. Make respect and intelligence cool again. Sam Ant, I'm gonna get your thoughts, on that, on that.
That's real talk. I mean, shout out to my son. That's real motherfucking talk. But I think that we need to, and a generation now where YouTube runs wild, it runs the world. We always talk about statistic, billions of people per hour watch YouTube. A third of the world, or more than that, watch YouTube on a daily basis. So it runs the world pretty much, you know what I mean? And then you have your outlets that disseminate your information, and then it trickles down to your YouTubes and things like that. This kind of information is always going to be disseminated. There's no way we can run around that. There's no way. You got your Tekashi 6ix9ine, who's a polarizing figure out here, #1 on Google, #1 on here. When you get into a business, an internet business, and the business of disseminating information, particular hip hop information, when things are clicking as a business, you got to report it. But it's up to people and up to the consumer to disseminate what's good, what's real, and what the fuck isn't, what's fake and what ain't. So real has to recognize real more so than ever right now. Because although there is a lot of bullshit going on out here, and a lot of information, and let me say this, I don't know if Akademiks did say what the brother said that he did. I'm not sure.
Never heard it.
I've never heard it. But that being said, I'm not following and keyed into his information that he did. If he ever did say anything, anybody in the comment section, the ear to the street, y'all make sure y'all leave links or something in our comment section so we can check that out, because I've never personally heard it. I'm not saying it's true. I just never heard it to comment on that. But it does go on. It does happen. We are in a day and age where, like I said, negativity runs the world. And people gas shit up. And when Tekashi runs his mouth, it's entertaining to watch. And then you say this, and then this whisper here, that gets to this person. And then before you know it, some real people are getting hurt. And you got mothers and daughters and fathers and people really getting their lives ruined because of this shit. And for what? For some clout chasing, to show off your chain, to flick it. I remember talking about early on the podcast, we were talking about, I never understood how the kids do. I now understand that, why you're looking for motherfuckers to be jealous for you. Back in the day, it was like, you get your money quietly, get your girls, you know what I mean? Have you chilling with your ladies, chilling there. The most flossing you did is maybe if you went out to the club and had you a bottle service, because they knew how much that cost, and you sat there looking right. But it was never, yo, look at my chain. Looking is it insecurity?
Is it niggas come from like an insecure place or something?
I don't know.
Or this braggadocious never had nothing? Because I don't get it either, man. I don't get it.
I ain't mad at the jewels. Like, where your chains, have your shit nice, do you? But you on Instagram and showing your shit and doing I never understood that shit. And then you're walking fucking targets. You're walking target. If somebody walk out, you saying negative shit, you doing this, you doing that. Don't matter how many fucking turkeys you hand out on the corner. You know what I mean? You got people out here, lions out here, and people out here starving and looking to come up off of that shit. You just really, you got to promote positive, just positive vibrations. And not to say that if you do that, this kind of negative shit won't happen.
Are hip hop bloggers in jeopardy? Because we seen the brother, Zach TV, and I'm not saying, I don't know what the reason why he got killed, but you see, people now starting to point at the bloggers and say, because this is, my son is pretty much straight academic saying, because we report the news, like, are we instigating? What do you think about that? Like when because their whole thing is like, all right, if y'all all wouldn't report on it, then nobody will know, it wouldn't exacerbate the beef like it does. What do you think about that aspect, of hip hop bloggers now being targeted for actually reporting news?
I think it has to be reported on, because it's going to be reported on regardless. Once a TMZ gets it, it's dropping down, and then you're going to get your IG post hitting it, and then it's going to get to the hip hop blogs. And no matter what I say, or no matter what we think, or no matter how much we hate it, like I alluded to early on in the segment, it's not going anywhere. It's only getting stronger. ABC News ain't reporting on fucking hip hop news. You know what I mean? You got various sources on TV where you're going to see hip hop news disseminated, BNT, and how much really you're going to get disseminated on that. It's on YouTube. Good and bad. You got to take the good with the bad, but you also have to understand, like I said, real has to recognize real more so than ever today, because headlines are going to be the same. But when you see bullshit, throw it out. And when you see some real shit, connect with it, support it, and stand by it. Share that shit, like that shit, because there are people out here trying to give objective views, and no one, like the brother said, wants to see 6ix9ine gets hurt. Never on this platform have you ever heard us condone 6ix9ine getting hurt. We didn't even warn that brother. We were just like, damn, we wish the moves that he made weren't as crazy, because he's starting to piss off a lot of people. Yeah, things that are really against the grain in the culture. We all know how we live. We all know how some of these hoods and cultures live. And there's a definite respect factor that has to come with the area that you live. And you don't disrespect someone's fucking neighborhood. That's just something you don't do. You might have an issue with somebody in the neighborhood, but never do you disrespect someone's culture or their neighborhood. People take that shit seriously. And he ran with a real loose gun with his mouth. And now you're starting to see the unfortunate repercussions behind that. And I think that's what Mysonne was alluding to. And it is our responsibility, because it's not going away. We have to report on it to talk real shit.
My thing is, like, people didn't have a problem when you had your Source magazines. They did articles, the Vibe, and, you know, the XXL. Nobody had a problem. Now, just because it's happening faster at this point, because all the same stuff was being reported, you know, now it's just like it's a YouTube channel. So it might be somebody that you don't even know, or somebody in your hood might be reporting news. So, you know, as long as I think me and you, you know, we're one of the few people that actually do it, you know, respectfully, you know, and offer, you know, always a conflict, a resolution, you know, at the end of it. You know, we never like, you know, and they're like, oh, you know, I hope this happens. I hope, you know, calling these people savages. We never done nothing like that over here. Reporting the news, a headline is one thing, you know, but, you know, and instigating beef is a whole nother thing. And another side to that is, you know, you got these people who support all of these platforms that do that. Y'all support them by watching them. You know, if you're mad at the TMZs and et cetera that y'all call the vultures, y'all still keep watching it because y'all into the attention. So just like, if you don't like that, like you said, real recognize real. I'm not trying to tell you who the real platforms are, but you find the real platforms and you start watching the platforms that you know, that does it the right way. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know, we can be that for y'all.
And let's separate something right quick, because I know a lot of the haters in the comment section are going to go, but y'all perpetuate beef. Y'all do that too. Let's keep this real clear. Hip hop beef, when it comes to lyrics, and your Pusha T's and your Drakes, or your Jay-Z's and your Nas's back then, when it comes to the game of hip hop, lyrical battle and lyrical beef, hell yeah, we love that. Of course, it's great for the culture. It's great for hip hop. You hear great lyrics, you see competition. We're going to promote that fucking shit all day long, and we're not going to fucking apologize for it by the end of the day. But we don't agree with these young kids out here going on IG. We wouldn't agree with our OGs taking this shit to the streets or taking it physical, and our favorite rappers getting hurt. Like you said, you talk about your Source magazines, your XXLs, these magazines that are renowned and regarded as some of the highest platforms of hip hop genre in
even to
this
day,
the world, to this day.
Websites,
and a lot of people could say that the Source is responsible for Biggie and Tupac dying in the whole East Coast, West Coast.
The Vibe,
begin with. Vibe, the Source. The Vibe magazine. People could say that was the direct source, because how else would you reading about this unless it was magazine? There wasn't no Facebooks and IGs and shit back in the day. It was the Source. It was the Vibe. It was XXL. We got these magazines every Saturday or every month when they came out with the new release, and we was looking at them as well as the other magazines. We looked forward to those things. So it's evolved pretty much. But like you said, it's the other people's responsibility to recognize real and to follow the people that are real. If y'all keep watching it and y'all keep throwing energy to it, it's going to happen.
They turn them into $1 million company, $1 billion companies now. So, but it is what it is. But you're listening to the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sam, man. We're going all the way in today. We got a real dope story right here. Well, we'll see, because we're gonna let the air to the street, you know, and that's what we're gonna name y'all, the air to the street. That's what we call y'all now, the air to the street, the comment section. You know what I mean? We're gonna make sure that